Welcome to the Nutrition Complete online tutorial series. In this session, we're going to have a look at how to complete your first meal planner. To get started, you've got two options. You can simply click on Meal Planner from the top menu or on Set Your Meal Planner from the center menu. When you first get to the meal planner, you'll notice that you have a blank template. The meal planner always defaults to the current date. To select a different day, simply click on any of the other days on the top menu. You can also scroll forwards and backwards through the weeks using the next and previous links. To plan your meals, you've got a couple of options. You can create an instant meal planner, you can copy a meal plan once you've done one, or you can plan your meals manually, and we'll go through all three options today. Now, if you've already completed the first tutorial, you'll know that on the right hand side you have a current intake panel. What this does is it shows you your recommended daily amounts for your calories, protein, carbohydrates, fat, fibre and water based on your goals and your dietary preferences. On the right hand side of that, you'll see you've got a planned daily amount, and every time you add something to your meal planner, it will add up on this column, so you can see what you've planned versus what we've recommended. Whenever those amounts are outside of your recommendations, they will be highlighted in red. So it's important to get as close as possible as you can to your recommended daily. If you're slightly over or under, that's fine too. Now you'll see that there's already some information in this panel, and that comes from your daily beverage allocation in your profile. So for me, I've had a couple of coffees and some milk planned into my daily beverage allocation, and that's showing up here. Okay, so let's get started on planning our first meal planner. Let's have a look at the manual option first. To add a recipe or a food item to your meal planner, you've got the choice of clicking these two icons. So let's first add a meal. Clicking Add Meal will display to you all the recipes that match your dietary profile. So you'll see here that it comes up with the recipe name, the calories, the nutritional information. You've also got the option to add it to your favorites. So you can click on Add Favorite here, and it will add it to your favorite. Next to that, you've got the Add button to add it to your meal planner, and also the ability to view a recipe. So clicking on View will bring up a quick view of that recipe, so you can see the photo, nutritional information, ingredients, and how to make it. So clicking on Add will add that to your meal planner. Let's go to morning tea and add another recipe. Another option you've got is to search by a name that might be in the title. So if I search for banana, it will come up with any recipes that have the word banana in the title. And you can see that that comes up in that list here. So I'm going to have a look at the banana honey smoothie. I have a look at it. It's what I like. Now I can also add it to a favorite by clicking on Add to Favorite from the recipe section here as well. To add it to the menu, again, I just click on Add. Let's do one more recipe for lunch. Now, you can also look for recipes that are only in your favorites. So if you've already saved a number of recipes into your favorites, you can click Only My Favorites, and it will come up with a list of your favorite recipes. If after looking through that list you decide you don't want to add a favorite, you can simply click on Clear Search at any time, and it will take you back to the entire list. Now, all of the recipes that are listed here are in order of the lowest amount of calories through to the highest. So the higher you go in the page numbers here, the higher the caloric requirements of the actual recipes you're looking at. You can also filter your recipes by using the headings up the top here. So if you wanted to reverse the amount of calories, you could click on calories and it would list from highest to lowest rather than lowest to highest. You can do the same with the fat content. So you can list from lowest to highest and highest to lowest. And again, you can do that with the carbs, protein, and also the fibre. So let's add something in for our lunch. For afternoon tea, we're going to have a look at how to add individual food items. So clicking on Add Food will bring up a search food box. Once you've used this system for a little while and you've got some food ingredients in your favourites, you can click on My Favourites and it will bring up a list of all the different ingredients that you've got saved to your favourites. Otherwise, if you haven't got anything in your favourites yet, you can simply type in the name of the ingredient that you're looking for, and if you want to narrow that search down, you can also look for a category that it's in. So I'm looking for a banana in fresh fruit. If I also wanted to look at dried fruits, I would simply click the control button and click on dried fruits as well. Once you've done that, you simply click on submit and it comes up with a list of bananas. So I'm going to add a small banana to my list here, and you can see at the bottom the nutritional information is already displayed. The next ingredient I'm going to look for is nuts, and I'm going to click on submit, and that will come up with a list of nuts in all ingredients because I've left it default to select. So down here I can see mixed nuts, raw crushed, which is what I want. If I wanted to add any of these ingredients to my favourites, I can simply click on the star and it would add it to my favourites list. To add it to the meal planner, simply click on add on the right hand side, scroll to the bottom and you can see that mixed nuts have been added. Now it comes up with 1 gram as the default for the nuts, and I'm going to change that to 25 grams and click on update, and the nutritional information is updated on the bottom. Now there's one more ingredient I'd like to add, and that is cottage cheese. So I type in cottage and the list of cottage cheeses come up, and I will add that as well. So again, I update the quantity, click update, and I can now see the complete nutritional information for those ingredients and click on add to planner on the left hand side, and those ingredients are added to my meal planner. Now if those ingredients are something I had on a regular basis, I could actually go over to my recipe section and add those ingredients as a recipe that I've created for myself, and that's covered in a future tutorial that you can have a look at later on. So that's basically how to enter recipes and food ingredients manually. The other option you've got here is to create an instant meal planner. You can do that for one day or for multiple days. So let's have a look at a multiple day one. So simply click on the calendar, the date that you'd like to select your meals from and to, so we'll do it for 3 days, the 13th to the 15th. Once you've selected your dates, click on submit, and it comes up instant meal planner set, and click on OK. So you can see that the meal planner has prepared 6 recipes for you that fit in with your caloric requirements. Occasionally the system is slightly over or under the protein, carbohydrates or fat that you require, but over the span of a week it does average out for you. Let's have a look at the Friday as well, and you can see that again Friday has been planned and also Saturday. Now if there's a meal that you don't particularly like or you'd like to exchange, simply click on remove. It will remove it for you. Go back into add food and have a look at, sorry, not onto add food, click back on the add meal, or you could add food, and then add whichever the recipe is that you'd like to add, and that will add it there for you. So that's how to create an instant meal planner. If this is a meal planner you've created and you really like it and you'd like to copy it over to other days, click on the copy meal plan, and again you've got the option to copy a day or copy a full week across. Select the date, so we're going to copy the one on the 13th across to the 20th and click submit. It asks you to confirm that you want to copy meals from the 13th to the 20th. Click OK, and you can see that it says meals copied and OK to confirm, and it brings you back to the current date that you're on. So to go to the 20th, click on the next week, and you can see here that those meals have now been copied across. Once you've got your meal planners done and you're happy with them, you can click on the icon here which says print week or print day, and it will print the meal planner out for you so you can put it on your fridge or take it to work with you. The reward day icon is just simply a reminder that if you have chosen to have a reward day in your dietary profile, of what day that your reward day is. So on that particular day you can go over your recommended daily requirements for your calories and nutrients. But if you have been recommended against having a reward day, then simply choose not required in your dietary profile. So that's how to prepare your daily meal planner. So from here, you need to go across to your shopping list, and that's covered in the next tutorial. So have fun planning your first meal planner, and thank you for tuning in.